Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. New episode of House of the Dragon is out, episode 7. And man, this show just keeps getting better and better. And it's kind of becoming a cliche to say now, but still, this show just keeps getting better and better. Like, now we're getting really into the heat of things. We have 3 episodes left, and I feel like it's only going to be fire from here, because now they started making alliances. Damon and Rhaenyra, they're making an alliance. Otto and his daughter, they're also planning some things on their own end, and it just feels like, man, this is just going to end very bad. And since we've heard stories about this era, it just feels like it's so heartbreaking to watch all this thing unfold. Like, when it is possible for it to not happen this way, but everything is happening and it's just going to unfold in a very spectacular way. Man, it's so heartbreaking to watch, and it's so fulfilling. It's so good to watch at the same time. And the conflict is just getting bigger and bigger. Now the conflict is no longer between the parents. The conflicts has now spread into the children. Children are now having conflicts with themselves, and man, it's not going to end well. And it's already even having tragic. The beginning is already even tragic. So think about how it's going to end. And I feel like it's going to be very heartbreaking to watch, because these children are still innocent. Like, they are not as innocent anymore, but they didn't have any resentment to each other. It is just their family problems that have been sprung upon their head, and now it has become their own problems. Man, it's so heartbreaking to watch, but at the same time, I'm loving it. Speaking of the children, Aemon Targaryen, when I saw him first, I didn't really think of him as a big player, but now that I'm seeing what they are doing with him, like, this guy is going to be like, this boy is a boy now, but what is going to become? Oh my god. The boy has some how will I put it? You can see some signs of ambition in him. He's very ambitious, and with what has happened in this episode, I can only see him becoming ruthless, because something happened to him in this episode. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Something happened with him in this episode that, first of all, it made him gain confidence and made him feel invincible. And having that kind of mentality as a child, growing up, you only cause so much problems with the kind of faith you have in yourself. You do crazy things, and I can see him becoming like a more problematic Damon. Damon is problematic, but in compared to this kid, I think it's going to be so much problem. But let's see how it goes. And Viserys is the one that is causing most of the, like, I feel like Viserys has a part to play in the problem that is happening with the member of his families, because Viserys is seeing some things and he's choosing to ignore it. And Allison is like, guy, this is what everybody is seeing. You're not blind. Everyone can see this thing. Why are you acting like this? And he's just pushing Allison against him, making Allison like distant from him, because he's becoming very biased. And that is why Allison even went to look for her father in the first place. He has become very biased towards his daughter, and he's just overlooking everything that she's doing. And it's going to cause, that is what is causing the major problem between Allison and Rhaenyra. There was even a scene where between Allison and Rhaenyra where Allison voiced out how she was feeling and why she was feeling that way, and I was like, wow, I sympathized with her, and I understood why she was behaving. And the way Allison is now, she has become very different and very dark. Like, she's now like her father. Her father was also a very dark person. Allison has become like that, and it is not good for the children. It's not good for anybody. And I feel like I wish something could happen that just won't, like, because I'm feeling for Allison, and I'm like, the way it is going, it just feels like she's going down a dark path, and it won't be good for anyone. So I'm just feeling very torn apart with what is happening with Allison presently. But I'm also loving what is going on in the show entirely. But I'm just very sympathetic towards Allison, and I just feel like, man, this won't end well. This is the first time I really noticed how good the dialogue has been in this series, and this episode really stood out. The dialogue just kept hitting my ear like it was poetry, and it was like, wow, how did they come up with this? Like, they are just saying regular things, but the way they are saying it and how natural it feels for them saying it, just man, it hits my ears so good, man. And I just really, really enjoyed the dialogue in this episode. And they had some epic lines in this episode that was like, that gave me goosebumps. So the dialogue in this episode was like top notch. This was the one that really, really stood out to me. Like top notch dialogue. And I have to talk about this. The chemistry between Damon and Rhaenyra, the characters playing them, like it is so good. He had the same chemistry with the first character that played, the first actress that played Rhaenyra, and he still had that kind of chemistry with the second person, the second actor. Like that chemistry is insane, and you can like see the sexual tension. It can almost jump out at you in the screen from the screen, and it's just crazy to watch. Like it's one of the things that make me root for them because I like Damon and I'm starting to like Rhaenyra, but the sexual tension between them, the chemistry between them is what is making me root for them more. And I can't wait to see where this goes. I think this episode was one of my favorite episodes because of the way a lot of things just came together and just exploded. It feels like things that have been piling for years just finally erupted in this episode, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe this. Were so fun to see. So this episode was like top notch and my favorite yet. So have you seen this episode of House of the Dragon? What did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. Cheers.